All right, everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about this section here of the whole funnel. So if you look at the whole funnel here, where a lead notices your business, a lead informs themselves, leads contacts you, lead purchases from you, client receives a service. We're going to talk about this section here where the lead informs themselves. So basically what I mean by this is when the person is going to notice you. So when a client or a potential client is going to notice you, they're going to notice you and then they're going to want to either contact you directly. So they're either going to, as you can see the little line here, they're going to go around and contact you directly. So whether they see you on review sites, search engine results, whatever, they're going to contact you directly, or they go to inform themselves. And when they inform themselves, they want to see a few things. They want to see basically, do you do what you say you're going to do? Do you do it well? Can I trust you? And have other people use this service before? / can I trust you because other people have used this service before? So when you want to optimize these things, you want to keep these things in mind. And these three aspects, I would say, if you were to separate them into three aspects, three sections, it would be online reputation, so your reviews, so review quantity, review quality, review distribution. And then you got your website. So the structure of your website, the design of it, and the speed of it, meaning which would increase your conversion rate, because if people have access to the information quickly, have access to information in a way that's designed emotionally, that they could understand it, as well as structured in a way that they could read it easily and get all the information they need as quickly as possible, that's going to increase your conversion rate. And then after that, your content, to have it in a way that's presented so that people can understand what you do, see what you do, engage with you, learn from you, and all the types of different ways to basically engage with your audience. So these things take into consideration. If you were to optimize them all, you can increase your conversion rate on your website probably 10%, 20%, 30%. In some cases you can increase it, 100%, depending on how bad your website is. Currently, your online reputation, especially your Google My Business, I would say for a local service business, is crucial. So if you don't have a reputation that's strong, so you don't have a lot of quantity of reviews, you have a low quality of reviews, you don't have a lot of distribution in your reviews, so maybe you only have reviews in one place, well, that's going to help you a lot if you were to improve those. And then same thing with your content. If you have a lot of content posted all the time where people can engage with you more, and basically said, the more time people spend with you, the more likely they are to spend with you. So if you have all these aspects optimized, that really increases the likelihood that they're going to end up contacting you. So we're going to go into all of these. These videos that I'm doing now, this whole explanation is going to be more a overview of these aspects. So they're not going to go too much in depth. I have these 12 trainings. So if ever you guys want to download it, they're going to be linked in the description below. So I have 12 trainings going over different aspects of your service business online. So here in this case, for the leads inform themselves, we have the review document, the Google My Business optimization, social sites, website design, website structure, website speed, and then social sites once again. So if you want to download those, they're going to be free. Link in the description below. And if you want to access this Miro board and all the other advantages there is, it's the optimization bundle. It's also going to be linked below, but that's a paid product. So if you want the free one, this is what you can download. Now we're going to go into all of these as an overview. So for your online reputation, the three main aspects, as mentioned before: review quantity, review quality, review distribution. So basically said, the more reviews you have, the higher rating review you have, and the more places you have your reviews at, the better you're going to be. Just the correlation, there's no statistics truly on that correlation. I'd have to see if I could find, but it's just logical sense. If you go to a business and you're looking for a restaurant, and it's the same, everything is the same about that restaurant. There are two in the restaurant. So if one has 1,000 reviews, the other one has 0, you're gonna go choose the 1,000. If there's one that, or more likely to choose the one with 1,000. If there's 4.5 stars compared to 4.7 stars, you're gonna choose 4.7 stars. So if everything else is equal, having more reviews is ultimately, or I would say 95% of the time, a bonus. So how do you get more reviews? That's number one. So the way you could get more reviews is you could ask all your clients. So one thing that I notice that people don't realize is that your clients, whether they spent $1 with you or they spent $100,000 with you, they can leave you a review, and that counts as one review. So on Google My Business or any other review site, you can have a service that's $1, you can have a service that's $10, you can have a service that's $100,000. All of them are going to count as a review. So you could literally ask every single client to leave you a review. So the more, which is a strategy you could implement, is that the more people you interact with, the more reviews you get. So if you have a service that's lower tier, you're going to probably get more reviews. But if you're in a competitive market with higher tier services, so let's say, example, you're a roofing company or you're an agency that has, that's dealing with clients that are a little bit more expensive. Well, if you have a a product or program or a service that's lower tiered, so it's a smaller price, a $500 product, you could crank those just to get reviews, so that on all the sites you appear to have a lot more reviews, which you do, but the reviews from those low ticket services. So you stand out from your competition having so much reviews because a lot of people have engaged with you, even on a smaller level, but they've had positive experiences with you and they're sharing that. So when you get into it, you could ask your old clients. So you could have automations to ask your old clients. So basically, if you have a list of all your clients, let's say the last 10 years you've been in business, you have that whole list, you could ask them all at once and just do a blast. Say, hey, can you leave me a review? Here's a link. The way you would want to do it is you would, a few ways you might want to consider is that you want the link to be in the email to your Google My Business or whatever platform you want, which I would recommend Google My Business for local service businesses. And if you're an online service business, then maybe you might have something else like a Trustpilot or something else that might be more accurate for you, where people are searching you for you the most. But you should be basically where people are searching you the most. So you give that link, and you could also include a PDF or an image of a tutorial of how to leave a review, because some people might not know how to leave a review. So having those two things in place and then having a customized message. So if you want, you could do it automated, or else you could do a customized message. Hey, Michael, I remember doing your roof. Thank you so much for everything is going good. I hope everything's going good. If you have any questions, let me know. I just want to let you know we're looking to get more reviews. Wondering if you could share your experience there. Boom. So you could send them that. Then after that, you could do it by email, you could do it by text, you could do it by DM, you could do whatever method you think. You could even call up people and ask for reviews. But in any case, if you have a list of emails or a list of numbers from all your times of business, you could just ask them all, and you could get a boost of 50 reviews if that's the case for you. So a good way to do it is to ask old clients. Now you could also ask the new clients. So you can have automation so that whenever somebody goes through your CRM, they get their service, they get fulfilled. You could have them in that automation and automatically ask them for a review. So you could do that through email, through text, or whatever. So as soon as the service is over, so basically the way I would see it, or the way I've heard it said by Alex Hormozi, is that the highest, when the person is at the highest point of satisfaction, they're the most satisfied about your service because maybe you just gave it to them. It's finalized, so they see the result. They're happy with the result, and they see the result. That's when you want to ask them for a review. If you ask them there, then there's a higher likelihood you get a good feedback. If it's 2 weeks from now, maybe they don't care, they don't think about it anymore, they're not in the mood, you want to ask them at that moment. So what you could do is you could do that. You could have automations that are sent out by email, or you could have tools like there's these tap cards where you could take your phone, and if somebody with their phone would tap that card, it automatically links them to a Google My Business page or whatever thing you link, so they could leave a review automatically. So if you have, let's say, you're a roofing company and you have a bunch of these cards, you give it to all your guys. When they're doing a job, they finish the job, they go see the client, they say, hey, are you happy with the service? Whatever. Okay, perfect. Here's the card. They tap it with their phone, go on they get on the app, leave a review, and you're done. So you can set it up in that way. So that's that. Then after that, you got some miscellaneous strategies. So like I was saying before, you can implement some lower ticket services. You could use some tools, like I was saying, the review ask tools. There's many different ways or softwares you can do for this and that. But then in any case, you want to basically ask every single one of your clients at any single stage. So better if you have a lower ticket service, because you could ask for more people and you can get those reviews. Now, the thing is, when you have the quantity of reviews, you also want to have quality reviews. The thing is with reviews is that you cannot manipulate, well, you shouldn't manipulate the person's perception of the service they received. So if they're happy, they're going to give you a 5-star review, but if they're not happy, they're going to give you a bad low star review. The thing is you might want to filter it. And the way you could filter it is that if you're asking for a review, let's say in those emails, what you could do is you could have a review email, say, hey, I hope you enjoyed our service, whatever, here's a link to leave us a review. That link is going to go to a form. That form is going to be a customer satisfaction form before they're linked to the Google My Business page. So you have a step in between. And in that step, so they get to that step, let's say, in that step, if they have a negative response, then you direct them to contacting you. But if they have a positive response, let's say they put a 5-star on that landing page, then you redirect them to Google My Business. So that you could ensure that at least the ones that are public are the ones that are positive. They can leave a review in any case, so it's not like you're stopping them. But what you're doing is you're just saying, okay, before you end up leaving a review, can I at least try to fix the issue before they end up leaving a review? Because in most cases, what you want is you want people to leave you good reviews, obviously, but you don't want to manipulate it. So what you could do is just that, set it up in a way where you could actually fix the issue before it gets live. Now, that's one way to do it. Same thing, so the bad review filter. And then also, whenever you get reviews, you could also answer them back. Let's say the negative reviews, answer them back and try to fix the issue, contact the person directly. So maybe you could offer them the solution to their problem or the reason why they give you a bad review, and then hopefully get yourself a better rating. Now, for review distribution, this is the thing that you might want to consider that people don't consider much, is that you have Google My Business, which is your main profile, but then you have all the other profiles. And most people are going to use Google My Business if you're a local service business. But in some cases, let's say if you're in an industry that's very related to tourism, well, people are going to go on TripAdvisor. They're going to go on those tourist review sites. Well, if you don't have reviews on there, well, compared to your competitors, you look really bad. Or people will basically, that's it. You want to have as many reviews as possible on Google My Business, and then everything else should be matching. And the way you could do it is you have to ask people to leave you multiple reviews. But the thing is that it's not against any guidelines, at least that I know of, because they're leaving you a review on this one platform. If they want to leave you reviews on other platforms, they're just copying and pasting the message. It's not like they're doing a new review or a fake review. It's the same review, but just reviewed on a different platform. So what you could end up having is that if you have customers that are recurring or you're buddies with the customers or whatever, you ask them a favor, say, look, or maybe you give them a discount, you give them this or whatever, just to do it multiple times. So you could say, hey, look, do you mind giving me a review on every single one of these platforms instead of just this one? Stays your review, stays your opinion, stays true to what you wanted to say about that business, but just copy and paste it, please. And then you could do that and you can set up this way. So you could always organize that, and it's a way to get yourself more reviews, but just spread them out so that you appear, which you are highly reviewed, but you're going to be appearing that way on every single platform. So the main ones that people are looking for you through, maybe your top 3, then you could organize your top 3. You could do it for all of these ones, but then it gets a bit of overkill. But in any case, the top 3 or the top 2 at least, you should consider doing that. So that's it for review. So people, hopefully, if you optimize these things, they're going to see your reputation online in one of these places. They're going to notice it. They're going to go, okay, this person is trustworthy. Other people have trusted him. The reviews seem good. The reviews seem authentic. The reviews seem strong. Now I want to contact them. So either they're going to bounce probably back and forth. When a lead informs themselves, they're going to look at your website. They're going to look at your content. If somebody's very speculative or very skeptic, they're going to go look at all 3 of these. So you want all the 3 of these to be optimized. Some of them are just going to look at on a reputation, then contact you. Some of them are just going to be looking at websites, some of them content. But in any case, having all 3 of them is going to be optimal. Now, for the website, what you want to do is set up in a way where you have the highest conversion rate on your website. So for example, you have 1,000 people coming to your website and your conversion rate is 2%. Well, you have 20 of them that end up calling you. Now imagine you could increase that by doubling it, So you go from 2% to 4%. So now you got 40 people contacting you. So you doubled business just because you increased the conversion rate. And the beauty of it is that for most service businesses, especially the local ones, well, even agencies, I would say, your website isn't optimized. And the way you could optimize it is a few ways. So the website structure, so structuring how, basically setting up the website in a way where every single objection of the client, from biggest to least apparent objection, is dealt with in a structured way. So basically, the person, when they're going to go on your website, they're going to go, okay, the first question they're asking subconsciously or even consciously is going to be, can I trust this person? Okay, so if you have a bunch of reviews, you have a bunch of information there, then okay, perfect, I trust them, I'll look back. Do they do exactly what I need them to do? So then you have examples, case studies, you have, whatever, you explain your services. But then second, so all that, the way it's structured is that way. And then there's more in-depth patterns to this. So that's why I made the training. So if ever you guys want to check that out, there's going to be more structured information. Here is just an overview, but you got your above the fold. So basically when somebody lands on your website, what they see before even scrolling, then whatever is below that fold, then you have your booking calendars, your pop-ups you could set up, your landing pages, your loading pages, your blogs, globalization, optimizing it for different countries, different regions, different currencies, different languages, different everything. So you could optimize it for every single person coming to your website. So Could get very in depth depending on the size of your business. You might want to delve into this deeper, but in most cases, what you really want to do is just structure it in a way where you're handling every single objection that the person has as quickly as possible, while it being designed in a way that's aesthetically pleasing. So and on brand. Then for the website design, there's things that you could do to increase conversion rate there. So your call to action, so every single button on your website, you could optimize it in a way to you have, these tricks might give you 2%, 5% here, but in the end, it's worth it for changing just a button's color. So you might change the color of the button to blue, and the blue converts higher. You have a shadow under it. You have a border around it. You have an icon in it. You have a shadow popping it up. You have a little animation that jiggles, every 10 seconds or something like that. So these things can increase conversion rate, and they have in the past. There's proof. I have actually in the design training, I think I have some statistics on that. But in any case, small improvements like that you could test easily. You could test them, every week you test a new one, you test a different color of the button, whatever. Basically what you want is you want your buttons to stand out as much as possible and look as physically resembling the most a button, so that people, they don't get confused. Because the worst thing that can happen is somebody going on your website and not finding where to contact you, not finding the button to press to contact you. They want to, they don't find it. But sometimes it might be obvious to you because you say, okay, I put it there, that's the button to contact us. But the way it's written, the way it's shown, you can't even notice it. You don't even really notice it unless you're looking for it. So some people, they might be scrolling fast, they don't notice it or whatever. So things like that, call to actions, optimizing it for appearance. Also, call to actions, another thing that's important is having them at every single scroll of the website. So instead of just having it at the top, you have it that whenever somebody's scrolling, there's never a section where they don't see the call to action. So maybe you have it as a bubble that pops up on the side, or maybe you just constantly have it set up at every single section. There's one there. Maybe it's different wording, maybe it's different call to action, but in any case, you want to have them there all the time so that whenever somebody's, they scroll through a certain section and they go, okay, now I'm ready to purchase, I'm ready to contact, they have the option right there. So that's that. Then your branding, you want to keep in branding with everything else of your business. That's just general design tips. Testimonials, ways to design your testimonials so that they convey more information. For testimonials, a good example is, well, a good way to see it is text testimonials are at the bottom of the hierarchy. Well, no testimonials at the bottom. Having text testimonials on your website is good. Having image testimonials is better. Having video testimonials is good. And within those videos, you can have proof testimonials. You can have user-generated testimonials, like people just with selfie style, giving you a testimonial. A case studies testimonial, so you have an interview style with a person. And then over that would be influencer video testimonials. So that's the hierarchy of how you would want to set up. And going higher in ranks of every single one of them are probably going to increase your conversion rate significantly, because people don't really trust text testimonials. So they don't really take the time to read them. So video ones, even if they don't watch them, it's going to convey more trust. It's going to emotionally convey more trust because they could see it. And also, if they want to just click on it, maybe not even listen to it, maybe the person, let's say you're a roofer, and the person's there on selfie style in front of the yard, and they're saying, hey, look, I'm so happy about the roof I just got. People see that, so they know that it's real. So it's just because people don't trust reviews. And why should you? Because a lot of people lie. So you want to convey them. You want to basically be as transparent about it as possible. And the best way to be transparent is to show the most information possible about those reviews. So that's something to take into consideration. And we actually have a section, well, I think it's in the design. I think it's in the design optimization, but also in the reviews training about how to optimize your reviews to set them up in a way that convey the most trust. Then after that, you got your website speed. So one thing interesting about website speed is, if you look here at this graph, it's not a comprehensive graph. This is just one that I took out online that I saw, but interesting to note too. Conversion rate, 31%, 0 to 1 second loading page. So how fast your website loads on an average internet speed. 31% of conversions. You get 31% conversions. You drop down to 1 to 2 seconds, you get 20% conversions. 2 to 3 seconds, you get 13% conversion. So you see the graph goes down. There's exceptions here. I don't know why. But in any case, the graph goes down. If it's this severe or not this severe, doesn't matter. The faster you get your website, the better it is. And most websites now, modern, you could optimize it in a way to get yourself under 1 second. So this could be easiest optimization you could check on Google Page Speed Insights, see your pages, see every single page of your website or the main ones that you're using, and see how fast they're loading. And if you notice that they're loading really slowly, they're loading over 2 seconds or even over 4 seconds, this is probably the highest priority thing you could do, because it's easy to change depending on the type of website you have. In most cases, it's going to be easy to change. Maybe it's your images or two, because you could optimize your images so that you load faster, your fonts, your animations. You have too much in the back end, too many plugins or whatever you might have. You could change this in maybe a day, and the day after, your website's converting 20%, 30% higher. So, exponential returns for a simple change that isn't testable change. In the sense, if you're changing your call to actions, you want to test it. You're not sure if it's going to work. The studies behind it show that it can work, but it's not a guarantee. This is as close as a guarantee you could have. You make your website faster, people are going to load on it, because this is what happens. So if somebody goes onto your website and your website isn't loading fast, it takes 5 seconds to load, they're going to leave. People are impatient. Just this is the nature of human beings. So you don't want to have a website that loads faster than it needs to load. The faster it goes, the faster you're going to incur interactions. And also, some people might have bad internet. So if they have bad internet or slower internet, and your page is a 5-second loading page on average, well, for them it's going to be 10 seconds. So forget it. You're not going to get that person. In other case, maybe they have fast internet, but in any case, if they have really fast internet, they want to be fast people. So they might not engage. And these things, they sound trivial, but they've been proven to have exponential effects. And this is one of the things we did for our clients, which helped a lot. Is just updating the speed, going from 2 seconds to 1 second, and already you could see conversion rate boost. So that's it there. Now, in terms of content, in these videos, in these trainings, we don't really go into depth about how to set up content, because content is such a varying thing that you can't really put in a box. You can structure it in a way, but it's very difficult to have a system, I would say, for everyone. For page speed, optimizing your website speed is pretty clear, but for content, it's more varying. In any case, good content that could be used for service businesses is going to be user-generated content. So people just filming themselves using your service, enjoying your food, getting a haircut, whatever it might be as a service, or showing the results of the service. Testimonial content, them saying how much they enjoyed it. So not just showing what they're doing, but actually expressing how much they appreciated your service. So all these types of content, these two types of content are going to be from your users. But in any case, they're very good for building the trust, building the reputation of your business. Then you could go more into your actual business's content, so educational content like the content I'm doing now. You could do some vibe content, so maybe just some more entertaining ones that get you a lot of views, a lot of impressions. You could see on Instagram and TikTok all these videos of people, pretending clipping two videos together like a failed video, and then it turns into the restaurant, selling their empanadas or whatever it is. So you could always set up these vibe content videos, try to get some viral views. Depends on the strategy you're playing with. Again, I'm not going to delve into these too deep. And then you got some engaging content. Maybe you're engaging with the audience. You're asking them questions. You're doing giveaways or whatever it might be. So these are the ways pretty much you can set it up for the content. So let me just reiterate the whole thing. So basically, what you want, in the last video, we spoke about how to get leads to notice your business. When they notice your business, you want them to convert. And the way you can convert is increasing your online reputation, improving it, increasing the amount of quantity of reviews, quality of reviews, and distribution of reviews. Then your website, you want to increase the structure, the design, and the speed. And then your content, you want to have, basically, you want to have content on every single page you can have. This is the other thing with content too that I forgot to mention, is that if you don't have any content, something's off. Especially these days, something's off about your business. It doesn't seem as legitimate as it could be. So it might tilt people to not deal with you. But if you have content, even if it's basic content, image, still image content, or every week you post one little video, 15-second video, it just shows that you're active. So people that are going on your profiles, at least they're seeing that you exist. And that's a one thing that we have done for our clients, is that we just created static image content, just posted on every single platform that it posts every 3 days, let's say, or every week. And it just ensures that the profile is filled, so that when people go on the last post, it's 7 days ago instead of 354 weeks ago, or the highlights saying 340, so it just looks better for the business. Just like, we're alive, like we're in business. Like, you want to contact us, you could contact us. Like, it just gives people the accessibility to understand that, okay, they're alive and they're doing business. So that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for this section. The next video, we're going to go into how the lead contacts you. But if you have any questions, anything you want to add to this, anything you think could be valuable, this is going to be a group project as well, in the sense that if you have anything you think you could add to this and you think could be good, let me know in the comments. We could always improve this. This hopefully is going to get bigger and bigger with time, and we could really encompass every single aspect of our service business and how to optimize it online and have this type of graph for it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you want to download the trainings, 12 trainings for free, link below. If you want to pay for this year, the optimization bundle, you could buy it here. There's going to be a link also, as well as if you want to contact us, maybe you want us as an agency, Vizions Digital, to do these optimizations for you. Maybe certain aspects of it, we have varying services. So we go from low ticket, so optimizing just your landing pages or your homepage of your website, to full website redesigns and complete optimizations and automations and CRM and AI chatbots and the whole thing. So that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.